on Loka number 14 of Panchadashi. So earlier we told that Atma is of the nature of Satchidananda, Sat Chit Ananda. Brahman or Supreme Reality is also Satchidananda, and you are that. Then how come I don't know is the question of the disciple. The master says it's because of pratibandha or obstructions, which has caused projection, means wrong knowledge, and forgetfulness, which has led to this state. The example he gives is that he gives many examples. One example is that sun is covered by the cloud. You don't know where is the sun, even though you know there is something called sun. And another example he gives is children are singing in a group. You don't know, you can't recognize which is the voice of your son in that group chanting because it's getting covered with many things. So there are obstructions which are there, which can cause wrong knowledge or ignorance of the self. Now this wrong knowledge or ignorance of self is called avidya. Okay. Absence of vidya means knowledge. Avidya means absence of knowledge. Right. A thing which is absent is also non-existent. A thing which is absent does not exist. Okay. So there is a small story with respect to teaching of Buddha. Buddha says a person was going in a forest and arrow was shot at him. The arrow was poisoned. So the person, mistakenly somebody has shot the arrow at him. So what should the person do? The person should look at the arrow and trace out where did the arrow come from, who manufactured it, who brought it, or should rush to the doctor. So Buddha says, don't worry where it did come from, how it got manufactured. Go to the doctor and solve your problem. Like that, we are suffering in life, or we have a notion of suffering in life because of the ignorance. Okay. So Buddha says, don't worry about the beginning of the ignorance. Go and get a treatment. How do you come out of the ignorance? He says that. The Guru in this example says it in another way. The ignorance of the self is the absence of knowledge of self. The self itself is Satchidananda, Sat, truth, conscious and bliss. It is beginningless and endless. It's Anadi. Anadi means beginningless. If you ask the question, when did the ignorance of the self or avidya started? There's no answer for that. You cannot give an answer for that. Why you cannot give an answer? Because avidya means absence of knowledge. A thing which is non-existent. Absence of knowledge is non-existent thing. So how can you give a beginning for a non-existent thing? So it said that avidya also is anadi. But anadi of atma and anadi of avidya, they are different in nature. Atma has no beginning, is eternal nature. That's why it's anadi. Whereas avidya, we cannot determine the beginning because it's absence of something. That's why it's called anadi. Atma has no end. It's birthless and deathless. Whereas avidya has an end because knowledge removes the absence of knowledge or ignorance. Knowledge, jnana, removes the avidya. That's why atma, the avidya, has an end. Even though avidya has no beginning, the beginning which cannot be determined. This is the meaning of it. Okay. We play with the